Hello everyone, welcome back to NoTech. In this video, we can see how to handle iframes using Selenium and C#. Let's get started. An iframe is a HTML document which is embedded inside the current HTML page on a website. An iframe is a HTML document which is embedded inside the current HTML web page on a website. The iframe HTML element is used to insert content from another web source such as an advertisement embedded into a web page. A website can have multiple iframes on a single web page. And a frame can also have many inner frames, that is, frames inside another frame. So there are different methods we can use to identify the frames. The first one is we can identify by means of the index, and the second one is by means of a string. So let's see by an example. In this example, we are going to use this web page. So let's see how to handle the iframes. Open Visual Studio Code and first open the web browser. driver equal to new Firefox driver. Then open the web page. driver.navigate.go to URL and open bracket inside double quotes. We need to copy this web page URL and paste here. Now we can identify the web element. Go back to your web page, right click from here, go to inspect. Here you can see, so this text is inside an iframe. This is our text. So right click. Here we don't need our name, so we can use the XPath. Right click from here, go to copy and copy XPath. So then write the script as driver dot find element by dot XPath. Then open bracket inside double quotes, paste the XPath value which we copied. Here put a semicolon and here replace this double quotes with a single quote. And assign this to a web element. iWeb element. Here we can give the name as frame element. You can give any name. This is just a variable name. Now let's identify the text inside this frame. So for that, copy this variable name dot, we have a function called text. So this will return the text value. And now store this in a string variable. If you mouse over near to text, it will show where we need to store that value. String. We can give the variable name as frame text. Now we need to print this value. Console dot write line of print this value. Now let's run the script. .NET run. Here the script is completed with an error. So the reason is the control is still within the main web page. So we need to switch the control from the main web page to this frame element like we did for the alert. So let's switch the control first. So once we identify the web URL, so we need to switch the control. For that we have the syntax driver dot switch to dot frame. So here we have the frame ID. So let's identify using this ID. So the ID value is frame 1. Now let's run the script again. Now in the console we can see we got the text of that frame element. Now let's see another one example. So this is our web page. So here we need to click this button which is inside a frame, and we need to get the text from this button. So let's see how to handle this. Open Visual Studio Code and first open the web browser. iWebDriver equal to new Firefox driver. Then open the web page driver.navigate of .go to URL, and here paste the web page URL inside double quotes. Then we need to identify the web element. So right click from this button, go to inspect. So here we have an ID. So let's identify this element by ID. Driver dot find element by dot ID, open bracket inside double quotes, paste the locator value. Then assign this to a web element. iWeb element, we can give the name as frame button. Then we need to click on that button, right? So this frame button value dot click. Here, like we did in the previous example, we need to switch the control from the main web page to the frame element. So the syntax is driver dot switch to dot frame. So here you can see, so here we don't have ID or name for this frame element, so we can identify using the index. So this is the first frame in this web page, so let's give the index as 0. Now we click the button, so we need to get the text of that button. So for that, this same we can use the same variable name frame button dot text. So this will return the text of that button value. Then we need to store this in a string variable. String frame button text. Now print this value. So for that, write the script as console dot write line of frame button text. Now let's run the script. Now the button is clicked, and in the terminal you can see the text of that button. Hope you understand this. If you have any clarification, please mention in the comments. Please like this video and subscribe to NoTech. Thank you.